When I saw the article that you all saw, Feige, yeah, headed Marvel. Yes, yes, Marvel, all of Marvel. And then I read it. Ike Purlmutter's still the president. Buckley, Quesada, Sobolski, all the editors. It's like, how much say is this guy really, really gonna have if there's all of these names underneath him? So as a comic reader, it does nothing for me. As a movie viewer and TV, I think that's where this matters. Anything that's happening on screen, live action, him just being the coordinator of all of it. Maybe that's why Hulu of Ghost Rider was canned. Maybe it was never gonna happen because of Kevin Feige. Now, fine, okay. As a comic reader, that whole thing is not gonna. The only time I can ever see it affecting the movies is maybe, perhaps, if they make Ms. Marvel older in comic book land, just so it could match Ms. Marvel in TV. They're gonna cast a little teenager. She won't be a teenager for long. 3 years later, she'll be in. She'll be an adult, and then all the stories that we're reading now with G. Willow Wilson and Saladin Ahmed have wrote for her won't be relevant anymore. So maybe aging the young people, young Avengers, might be a mandate that he will see. It's got to go through so many names, but that's the only thing I can see it affecting the comic books, movies, TVs. Maybe that's why Hulu Ghost Rider was canned. Maybe that's definitely why. Actually, he wants to keep everything in the same umbrella. I could easily see him saying, "Okay, well, Netflix, it happened, but it was the Loki branched reality where he's got the Tesseract and he's going around because all they ever say is the incident in New York." So officially, starting from now, that is a branched timeline. And when Doctor Strange's multiverse of madness thing happens, maybe that's where we'll unite the invaders, the defenders. Why'd I call them the invaders? Into the Marvel Cinematic Universe proper, Earth 199999. That's how I think that will go down. Feige can explain that. There's obviously a million ways he can introduce the X-Men. Perhaps he's reading the comics today and he's going to use Moira, who reincarnates herself, and maybe the movie will start with 9 different lives of Moira, and nine, maybe there's a Thanos life, and maybe that'll be interesting, right? And then on the 10th life, which is the one we're living in now, she would, we would have like Xavier and Nick Fury speaking to each other, so they know of each other, and they're hiding. That would make a lot of sense because of that first post-credit scene from Iron Man 1, which they just revealed this month, where he says, "We know about mutants." Maybe that came out this month on purpose. But with Kevin Feige in charge now and can do anything he wants with the Inhumans or the mutants in the Fantastic Four, let's not. Ooh, I can't wait for the Fantastic Four. I'm actually more interested. I'm not more interested than the X-Men. No, the X-Men are my thing. But the Fantastic Four are going to be popping too, and he's going to treat them with the respect and dignity that they deserve because they are the first family. Until Krakoa spawned, and Krakoa, if you're reading X-Men House of X issue number 1, then you know what Franklin Richards got to make that decision and join the first family. With Kevin Feige being in charge of Marvel Entertainment and everything underneath that umbrella, I can expect no changes in the comic book world. Sorry to say that. Showmonger. Why'd I do this? Wakanda forever. Showmonger.